Hope that you're having a beautiful Thursday. Let's just take a few deep breaths. Just starting off, I wanted to chat about my program coming up, and we start Monday, so I'm really looking forward to this. And for people that don't know, my name is Robin, and I own a business called Robin's Healing. Hence why you are here and following me, and hopefully you've already liked this page. And if you're watching and you haven't, please like my page. I'd appreciate it. And if you're hopping on here, what I would like to do is I'm going to explain what my program is, but I'm going to kind of show you guys what some things are in relation to this, so that if I'm explaining something with words, they don't actually make any sense to you until you can like feel the energy or see examples, etc. So what we can do with the group that's watching is actually practice a couple of these exercises. So all you have to do is basically just share something that you are experiencing right now, because the program is called Rewind. And the purpose of this is that often we will have things that happen in our life where we kind of wish we could go back and relive the moment because we're learning. And so the word re is really important: to react in positive ways, to respond in healthy ways, to receive lots of self-love and healing in our journey. So again, let me know what you might have going on. So our first day on Monday is working with toxic energy. So the reason why we're kind of going back, and if you think about maybe a relationship that you've had in your life, someone that's hurt you and caused you pain in your heart, again, you could bring up an example if you wanted, because people aren't sharing. It makes it really difficult. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be over Zoom. And we also have a private Facebook group going currently. So that's a perfect place where, as we're experiencing our healings and our clearings, we can actually share things with each other, which is wonderful. And I'm also going to be streaming it on our Facebook Live, so that if you don't want to participate in the Zoom, like you don't like to speak, that sort of thing, then you can just watch it and catch exactly what we're doing in the moment, which is really beautiful. And again, maybe somebody could even just let me know that you can hear me. I'd love to see that you can and everything's working well, because I'm seeing people hopping on but not participating. So theta healing is what we're going to be doing on our first night. So it starts at 6:15. That's Atlantic Standard Time. So for people that are in different places in the world, I do have someone joining us from Australia, so that'll be bright and early for her. But I do my best to make the time so that they're reasonable for everyone who has the 9 to 5, etc. You have kids, that sort of thing, and it's going to be for 45 minutes. So this is going to be 6:15 to 7, and it's really nice. So you can kind of just do your daily releasing. And what's even better about this is that it's during the full moon. And so the full moon will be right around the 28th. So we'll be doing some like deeper releasing. And again, a lot of shadow work, which is basically focusing on things that that aren't serving us from our past, which essentially is going to help us attract and manifest the things that we want. So people left that were watching, so I don't know if you guys can even hear me, but I'm going to assume so. Maybe I'll just make sure that my headphones are active, because something tells me they're not. No, they're not. Well, that's okay. If they don't want to be connected, that's fine. All right. So we'll practice on me, okay? So I'm going to pull out a card. So what I do in my group sessions, usually they're not $69.99, but I'm doing this because I just felt called to it. And again, I think it's just related to getting people involved in clearings, in group sessions, etc., just to get the feeling for that. Because moving forward, I'm going to be doing a lot more groups, and then there'll be the opportunity to work privately with me in the group, so you can get the benefits of groups and be one-on-one. But if you would like to work one-on-one, like personally with me, then those are going to be like those costs and things are going to start to go up as I keep creating more and more of my certificate programs and things like that. So for other people that aren't interested in this program, I am going to be starting to teach Reiki again. Only the way I'm going to do it is with tons of support. So if you want to learn from me, that's wonderful. Reach out to me because that's something I'm going to be creating soon. And I was kind of discussing this with my coach that that there's like a bit of a lack or gap when it comes to teaching Reiki, because often, you know, you do this class in like one day, it can be really overwhelming. Then you don't really feel like you have any support after that. You might not get an opportunity to practice, that sort of thing. So anyway, I'm going to be creating that as well. Just want to throw that out there for people that I did refuse to teach. Pauline, yes. So anyway, that's something that's just in the works right now. So if you're interested, just inbox me, and just we'll just see where you're at on your journey. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to just opening that up so people have more space. And I'm also gonna do like theta healing, and like Reiki, and probably some Akashic Records work as well in that entire program. So I'm not going to teach you guys how to do like theta. I'm not going to teach you guys how to do the Akashic Records. But what I'm going to do is give you more support, healing downloads, readings that can help you deepen and strengthen your Reiki certifications. And what's really great about that is that it's funny, I'm talking about rewind and now I'm going into Reiki, but that's okay, because I feel like I'm supposed to. So yes, then it will also allow you, if you want to go on and teach other people. But it's really nice for me. It's a beautiful, wonderful feeling to be able to certify somebody and them be able to like go and certify other people, but really, really like feel confident and being able to trust exactly everything inside and out. So that's where like I'll give you tons of support with that. And I'm really looking forward to creating that type of program for everyone. I think it's going to be pretty wonderful. So just working out the details, but there's going to be lots of amazing benefits from doing it that way. And that was just like an aha moment. I was like, yes, it's important. Robin, your groups have helped me so much these past few months. Thank you. You're welcome. And so I'm also working on and so again, maybe you want to join the Rewind program as well. So what we have going on the 26th is manifesting. So aside from cleansing toxic energy and people, we're also going to be, through our theta healing, we're also going to be feeling into our energy through manifesting work. So even though it's a full moon, it's still a balance of those new beginnings and things that we're looking to attract. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So if you are watching and you do have something that you would like to clear, this is a perfect time to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to practice on myself. But in general, to get ideas, we have Two of Wands progress, okay? So right away, if we relate to relationships and where we're going, as I was just discussing about like attracting the right people into our life, let's think about a time where we haven't attracted the right people into our lives. So I can give a perfect example, because I want to be open, vulnerable with my own issues as well, because we all have them. And I think that that's important for everybody to feel safe to share in my presence and in my space as well, and in all of my containers. But I had someone that took a program, and I was doing the honesty policy of just like, you know, pay me by the end of the program type of thing. And so, because not everybody can commit to finances and things like that, but it was actually a program to help people with that. But she just kind of kept coming up with these like kind of stories as to why she couldn't pay. And I'm kind of like, okay, this was a learning experience for me. It was a very toxic relationship that I had with this person, because it wasn't balanced. To me, it just caused me like a lot of, it felt like heartache, because it made me almost like sad that somebody like the way that it was handled, I guess. And just she was kind of like just not responding to any of my messages. And so for me, it wasn't about the money, it was about the just her just like not responding. And I understand that that's other people's fears and that sort of thing, because maybe they're embarrassed, maybe they feel ashamed. But the whole point was that I was there to help the person. So, and then it felt like I ended up getting hurt. So the positive side of that is like learn tons of stuff, but the letting go is, it's like the lingering energy. So we don't keep hanging out in this like sad story of like, ooh, this happened to me. Because it's like, it's just that we have to move on. So what we're going to do, because I know that I'm sharing that for a reason, because I do feel like some people have, they don't move forward in their life because of bad things that have happened to them, and also bad things that have happened to other people. You might not even have experienced that same story, but then it can trigger like fear. Oh my gosh, like I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm sharing it to clear it, okay? And that's the only reason. It's not to expose that toxic energy out. So would you like to know that you can let go of times in your life where you felt trapped, like you couldn't breathe, like you couldn't escape a situation, and let go of, I'm going to let go of that situation that happened to me. And maybe let's let go of any of those toxic situations that that whatever connected to you while I was saying that, like, oh, this, this, it reminds you of a situation that happened to you. Let's let go of that situation. And if you don't have one, think of a situation with somebody. You don't have to share it. And I'm going to clear and release that toxic person from your life. And let's replace, and any family members, because it feels like there are family members, let's pull and release that on a genetic level as well, because it can be family. And anybody who has felt like they've been taken advantage of, let's pull and release that as well, where it felt like things were just like you were putting more effort into the relationship than the other person was, and as a result, it kind of felt like it hurt your heart, that sort of thing. The exchanges with others just were like almost like it just feels like hurtful instead of helpful. And let's replace that with trusting moving forward that you can continue to heal past hurts and past relationships, and also even like past panic attacks or past like having a bleeding heart or somebody dying in your life, and like any regrets as well. And if so, say yes. And what's coming up is that we're big time feelers here in this group. And so it's almost like we can hurt for other people. And it's good to have empathy for other people. It's just, as I was saying, like we can't let other people's kind of like sad stories or their toxic stories start to affect us as well. So when we're working in groups, that's really, really important to identify with like, also like sometimes people can get into like a victim mindset as well. And I think it's really important to just feel like just like healthy talking about negative things, feel healthy being around negative people as well, because everybody has like a shadow, everybody has problems, everybody has negativity. So if we feel like I can't be around negative people, I can't be around toxic energy, I can't be blah, 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 it's like, yes, you can. You're just working on building your strength, building your independence, building your energy field, that sort of thing. And so we just have to trust that when we're feeling a certain way, to respect that and honor what we're feeling when we're feeling it. And that might mean being outside of the box, saying things that maybe other people wouldn't say, things like that. So there's a lot of courage that comes up around this, to be able to like speak your mind and speak your truth, especially when you have things that are going on that are bothering you, kind of like how people aren't saying anything but they're watching. It's kind of like that's what I'm talking about. So if we go into manifesting and feeling our energy, we'll take a few deep breaths and just go into a space in your heart and in your stomach. Okay, so one hand on the stomach, one hand on the heart, and just allowing your body to just open up. Just be in the moment and be present. And think about 2 things that you would like to attract into your life as you breathe. I invite you to see that in your mind. And then I invite you to feel that in your physical body, as if it's right there in front of you, what you're seeing, bringing that into your mind, noticing the smells and the colors, and notice how good it feels to have this into your life. And is there somebody there with you? And if there isn't somebody there with you, put somebody there with you and notice who that person is. Is it a future lover? Is it a family member? It's okay if they've even passed away. And just using that imagination and inviting even just their spirit to be present with you. We're just gonna bathe in like white, unconditional love. And just sitting in this powerful energy. And just asking yourself, how can this situation get even better? How can this situation get even better? Invite maybe more pleasurable foods in, foods that you love, good or healthy or not healthy. And now invite money into how much money you have. And hold that amount in cash. Hold that amount in your hand. Notice what that feels like to be holding that amount of money. And knowing that this is accessible to you. And just adding more pleasure into this situation. If you're at the beach, maybe somebody's bringing you a drink, your favorite drink, your favorite snack. If you're at the beach and you love to swim dolphins, swim with the dolphins. Maybe that dolphin is actually your pet, so you can name that pet, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's just being more intimate with your partner. So if the partner's there in your setting, be more intimate with that person. Feel into that love. So just feel into the heart. Know what it feels like in your heart to just feel all these good feelings. And again, just coming back into the present, and feel free to share something. For me, for myself, what I saw was, I'm very visual, so when somebody's guiding me through something, I really start to see it, and I love dolphins, so that's probably why I brought it up, and I love the beach. But yes, I was seeing myself in a bikini, and the sun was there, and the water was there, and just like the dolphin, I just like love the dolphin's like skin almost, and I'm just like dolphins make me smile, that sort of thing. So it was just like, it felt really good to just invite that into my life, because when I start to do visualizations and feeling that, I realize how much pleasure I really get. And so when I said somebody else is bringing you the drink, I had like a strawberry daiquiri or something like that, and it was just nice to like just to be so like calm and free, but even active, feeling good in my skin and my body, bathing suit, that sort of thing. And the sun was really key for me. So notice and think about some of these things that you brought into your situation, because this is a big part of manifesting. And so when we go into our group, we're going to be spending, again, our 45 minutes on each one of these. So like the toxic, the manifesting, and then we go into our day before our full moon, which is positivity, which is wonderful and fabulous. So we're going to be doing Akashic Records and EFT. So for people that don't know what Akashic Records is, it's basically, my teacher says it's Google for the soul. So we're able to like ask questions and see and kind of see what I go into your records for you. But when we go into that, so we're able to tap into past, present, and future, and we really just see where it takes us, which is really cool. But if you ask a question, we can get answers to that. So for people who are really looking to get more insight on a situation, it's going to be a small group, so it's perfect. So you'll get an opportunity to get some of these questions that you have answered, but then the EFT portion of it is really great too, so we can start vibing with a lot of that forward movement as well. So if we went into somebody's records right now, we could. So if you're on here and you have a question, you want me to go into your records, I can answer it for you. But when we pulled up cards here, I have trust. And this is about really sticking to your goals and your dreams and, you know, that forward movement. So that's what I'm kind of getting with the EFT and the Akashic Records piece here, is that it's important to for us to just like go deeper into the future. So I would like to do a future reading. So if nobody asks, I'll do it. I'll just do it on myself, which is great. Future readings are something I've been really practicing, and I'm really enjoying them. And I did a past life regression last night, and she said it was amazing. And again, this is like because I guess I'm connecting with the right people, so it's just really amplifying. So for me, I used to have some nervous tension around doing past life regression. But now that I'm doing the Akashic Records, I feel that much better about it. And again, the Akashic Records are something that I'm also going to be certifying people in as well. I might even do an entire like big, huge certification where you can get like Reiki and the records together, which is going to be like wonderful. So I'm really just really enjoying that piece, because it's so amazing when we start tapping into our gifts, how deep we really can go, and it actually gets better. So that's why when we were doing the manifesting piece, it's like, how can this get better? Because sometimes we forget that in our actual life, not when we're just doing exercises, but like we can hold ourselves back from really getting our energy stronger, making more money, because we might think that that's just it. And that would be really sad to me, you know, if you're watching this and you're not a spiritual person, but you're just like intrigued by this, because it's like, if you're watching this, it might mean that you have that potential to be more spiritual, and you might be missing out on that trust piece of like the benefits of just being able to like know answers and feel things very deeply. And it's just like it just gets you so much more into your physical body. So I do sense that people that will be coming into my program, they'll be doing it for like grounding and getting answers, more than anything. I was seeing like a huge white space and a new love presence, pure happiness, lots of abundance and happiness throughout my family. Wonderful. So I'm glad that you invited other people into that space with you, because that's the key thing, is we want to when we're happy and we're joyful, we really want to share that with other people. Same with when we're working with toxic energy, we really want to clear that so that other people can also live in that positive energy with us. I would like a future reading. Me as well, please. Okay, so we'll pick Stephanie because she was the first one to say it. You guys both aren't signed up for this group yet, so you might want to do that. Okay, so Steph, I have Knight of Cups, spirituality. Very interesting. So again, the words that I choose are probably the ones that we need. So I'm going to go into your Akashic Records right now, okay? So you can just ground, take a couple deep breaths. I'm going to do it inside of my head instead of out loud. Okay. I do feel like what's coming up right away is letting go of emotional baggage. So I guess that's the whole point of the program, is all that rewinding is just to like let go of what isn't serving us, and then reminding ourselves of the good things that we can have. So if we go into future for you, I'm going to do 2 weeks, because that's what feels right. And when we go into 1 week and 2 weeks, I'm going to do a 1.5 week, which is great. So again, our theme is spirituality, because I pulled out a card for you. And the 1 week here is just, I'm getting the word drive and driven, okay? And again, keep in mind when we're doing group things, this is still relevant to everybody. So I'm just like picking someone, but it's still connected. And that's the beauty of groups. It's amazing. So sometimes I don't even, when I'm in group settings, I'm paying like a crap ton to be in these groups. I say crap ton, but it's depends on who you are, I guess. But sometimes I won't even really like take much space up in that, because I'm enjoying everybody else's energy so much. And when I first started walking into groups, I didn't feel that way, but I started to learn how it's more about the who I'm in groups with, right? Same with when I'm teaching. I trust that the people that are there are meant to be there. So stuff that's kind of coming up for you in group settings, right? So in the next, because you're in my group, so over the next week, I'm getting drive, driven, dive in, and it's about going deeper, okay? So, and of course, into your spirituality. So I already know things about you, which is interesting, but other people don't. So, in general, this is what we're being called into. Is, and I was just saying that if you're somebody watching and you're not spiritual, you're missing out on the beauty that comes from feeling so deeply and having these like this harmony that maybe you've never felt before. So it's quite powerful. So then we go into the 1.5 weeks. And this is where I'm getting the words separating yourself. So that could mean a couple different things. Part of it is do not isolate yourself, especially when you're in any type of environment that involves anybody else. Don't separate yourself from them. Go get closer to the people that are around you. So participate more, help more people, be a part of what other people are experiencing and going through. So instead of backing away, go in. And so the 1.5 is all going deeper, creating more connections with other people. Keep in mind, when I say separating yourself, that's also really important to continue your grounding exercises and your clearing exercises so that you feel like when things are coming up for you or when you're being triggered by something, that you're able to identify with it, let it go, and then move on and forward. So breathing exercises might be helpful for you when you are working with more people, because whenever you're working and making money, you do want more people in your world, because the more people you have in your world, the more money you make. But it might start to be that you're learning more quality over quantity too. And so that's about kind of like deeper things that I'm not going to go into right now. So then you have in 2 weeks, it's about, I'm going first come, first serve. That's what I'm getting, which is funny because you were the first one to react before Pauline, and then you ended up getting the spot. So it's about really quick reactions instead of taking too long to make decisions. We have to be able to react, as I was saying earlier, very quickly. And so that's about when we know ourselves so well, we can just react and we don't have to think about it. So it's being more on your toes. When there's something that you feel, act on it right away. Don't hesitate. And that's all kind of related to when spirit's guiding us in something. It's just like natural. Whereas when the ego is getting in the way, that's when we start to, things happen. So for you, over the next couple of weeks, I would really continue to work on your blocks and that are coming up for you, and also moving forward for your attracting, manifesting aspect, because you took attraction with me as well, is it's about creating those boundaries. And so go deeper into boundaries, because I could go way deeper into this, but I'm not going to, but just really do some exercises around boundaries, okay? And see what comes up for you. So you could do some automatic writing, creative writing, even with the word. I love to meditate and write on just one word, and it's kind of beautiful. And again, when we can share it in group settings, that's even better, because it's going to relate, okay? And it's about sharing, caring, feeling supported, etc. Okay, so I want to do some EFT as well. So basically, just like around this situation is what I would be doing on like everybody's situation. But Pauline, if you're there, or anybody else, let's do some emotional freedom technique with you guys, which is called tapping. And so we can kind of tap out. You're welcome, staff. So we can tap out anything that you're experiencing. So if it's like pain in your back, anything that you feel like sad about. And if I don't see anybody responding, then I'm just gonna work on the theme that we're already on. Let's just do the whole group. Okay. Yes, please. Okay, Pauline. So, do you have something specific that you have going on? And I'll just wait for you to respond. So basically we take our like 3 fingers or 4 fingers, okay? And so I'm using my right hand and I'm gonna start tapping just like right here. So these are just like pressure points. So I'm gonna say, even though I feel really trapped right now, I fully and completely love myself. So even though I feel really trapped, I fully and completely love myself. Even though I might feel a little overwhelmed at times, I fully and completely love myself. And then I'm going to go up to the top of my head and I'm going to say, feeling really trapped. And then here, feeling stuck. So you're just going to follow along. Feeling stuck. And we also check in with how we're feeling right now from 1 to 10. So I'm feeling like about an 8, maybe a 7, I don't know, but 8 came to me first, so whatever that is. So feel free to share your number 1 out of 10, how you're feeling right now. Learning to trust being in the moment. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's so very similar to what we were just working with step. So feeling stuck, feeling trapped, feeling unworthy, feeling unsafe, to the sides, feeling used and abused. So again, we're kind of going into some things that we were already working on. Underneath the eyes, feeling like lightheaded, feeling like there's drama around me. And then we go to underneath the nose, feelings of discontentment and shame, disconnection, confusion, irritation, abuse. Again, it's just removing it. And then right here, this is a really powerful one. Feeling distracted, feeling rejected, feeling dissatisfied. And then where the bra strap is, feeling shame, feeling ridiculed, feeling embarrassed, feeling unworthy, feeling nervous. And then just across the wrist, feeling drunk and stupid. That's what's coming up. So we're going to switch over to something positive. So we're going to start tapping on the top of the head, feeling secure, feeling like my mental health is in check. Going here, feeling positive, feeling like my dreams are coming true. Here, feeling worthy and grateful. Underneath the eyes, feeling happy and sentimental and kind. Under here, feeling unbelievably healthy. And why do I want to go? I'm getting myself confused. I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go under here. Yeah. So feeling like connected to who I am. And feeling loved and nourished in my soul and in my heart. Feeling secure. And then bra strap. Feeling abundant and prosperous. Feeling connected to my peers. My potential partners. The loves in my life. Then crossing it over. Feeling like my trauma is cleared. And then just checking in. So no, I feel like a 9 or a 10. So again, you could share your number, but if you didn't before, you don't have to now. Okay, so that's just a really cool vibrational thing that we can do, and it's really amazing. So again, 45 minutes of that with our readings will be pretty freaking fabulous. That's what I would say. So just want to go into, so the actual full moon is called Healing that night. And we're going to be doing Reiki, which is fabulous. So it's really just going to be more of that, like removing anything that's kind of coming up for you during the full moon. We're just going to like be doing healing around that. So it's really positive for people who kind of need that time, and they, especially if you wouldn't do it otherwise. So Reiki, we can call Reiki in for the group right now. just to give you an idea. So I wanted to give you guys like a little taste of, again, just different ways that we can do things. It's going to be different every time I show you guys this, but at least you get to know and understand this, because when I write things, it's just not the same. So right away, this is for the entire group, but what's coming up is I do feel a lot of warmth in the heart, which is great, but it feels like a little bit like there's some tension and uneasy feelings. So that can mean worry, things like that. So you're just going to take that energy and I'm going to clear it for you, okay? And I'm going to go back. So the key thing when we do Reiki from a receiving standpoint is we just focus on being in the moment and really checking in with when I'm working on you, how you're feeling. And so I would encourage everybody to bring a journal, and in between our kind of classes that we're doing together, to share and write things in the Facebook group as well, so that I can see those too, and we can take some of that information and then go and apply it. But also when you're writing some things down in between, you can take that and kind of like really come in and be able to be laser focused at that time, okay? So I'm just drawing all the energy down, because when we work with Reiki, we want all the chakras to be spinning and going down, because that's a big part of like why some people don't feel grounded at times, because they have too much energy that's out of balance. So if we have too much energy in our head, then that might mean that we need to go into meditation or go for a nature walk, hold some crystals. If you have too much energy going on in your lower chakras, or so too much energy or not enough, we can be depleted as well. That might be something you want to like learn more about. Again, I'll be teaching more of this stuff. But if your lower chakras are maybe underactive, it might be that you're worrying and stressing about money, things like that. You might be a very overly emotional person, and therefore, if you're not doing your grounding, then you might feel like kind of drained, and therefore maybe you're not absorbing your nutrients. So there's tons of really fascinating things that we can learn through Reiki as well. But the colored yellow is really coming up right now, because we were kind of working on the chest and the solar plexus. So for people that don't know what the solar plexus is, it's where we hold all of our, basically our center power. So when we feel strong and our energy is like where it needs to be, we're going to shine really bright in our personalities, and just we don't really have to think, we just do that type of thing, as Pauline was just sharing. So that might be something, if you're coming into the program, you can already start doing, because it's in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we kind of we have like maybe like 4 days, so you could start really working on the solar plexus. Then on Friday, the 29th, we're going to be going into focus. And this is going to be, I'm going to be guiding you through a lovely meditation, and I'm going to be offering sound healing. So for people that don't know anything about sound, I have a huge sound bowl, I have a small sound bowl, I have big gongs, I have so I have a small gong. I have just bought a medium-sized gong, not like a huge one, but in a small space it can really go, which is I'm so excited about. And so I'm just inching my way with my instruments. I also have tuning forks. I am just updating all of my services, so you can actually see all the different things that I do, but I'm just like slowly just like adding to the sound healing portion of what instruments I'm using, because I haven't gotten into explaining that to people. And I have a drum as well, and so I already said tuning forks. So that kind of like, I had a rattle, but I think Hank got a hold of it. So, but I'm being called back in. I saw one recently that's like really cool. And I really like the ones that like rain sticks. And I know someone else that has one that kind of sounds like the ocean as you kind of tip it. So those are like different things I'm getting into. And although I'm not advertising it, currently, when things are a bit better, if you're interested in a private yoga session, I would absolutely love to help you with that as well. So, because I'm feeling called into sound healing during some yoga as well, which will be fabulous. So let's see if we can get the bowl to work here. So all we're gonna do is close our eyes, as if you're taking a little nap. Just gonna release any tension, any type of distractions that you might have going on, maybe just shutting those off just for a minute. We're just gonna invite you to see the ocean in front of you. See the waves crashing. And if it's not a sunny day in your mind, allowing the sun to come out. Same thing, we're gonna see dolphins jumping in the water, playing, maybe even a mermaid. And you're just gonna notice how happy those dolphins are, how happy that mermaid is. There's nothing but pleasure in the ocean. There's nothing that bites. And you can walk into that ocean and just feel the salt bathing into your skin, that feeling of floating. And so you're not going to be swimming and jumping. You're just going to be floating on your back with your heart open and the sun beaming down on your face. And just notice the sensations that come over you. Notice any words that come to you as well that you use to describe these feelings. Or even any messages that are coming through for you as well when you're in this sense of stillness. And then when you're ready, just walking back out of the ocean, maybe coming back down to the sitting in the sand or in your chair. Maybe putting your sunglasses on. Just allowing yourself to take a couple deep breaths, knowing how good that ocean breeze feels in your face, and how purified and cleansed you feel, taking that beautiful dip and becoming more a part of that pleasure and fun, maybe peace and calm. Just noticing what it feels like to be practicing that self-love, going through that little journey. And when you're ready, just coming back in. Whew, that was nice for me. I love the sound. So again, we're gonna be tailoring everything to our peeps. So if you are on the Facebook private group already, I would encourage you to just share something that you're looking to attract in the program as well, so that when I'm working with you guys, I can start to get a feel for that. You can share, what brought you to the space, etc. I will not be doing this again. And for people also that are interested in any past programs that I did, I am selling a digital copy of my Center Yourself program, as well as my attraction program as well. So that's kind of nice if you want to get all of the healing from that and watch that on your own time. I do recommend doing that. I do that with other people who run similar programs, and I get tons out of it as if I were there, and it's less expensive than participating. So we will be recording this as well, so there is potential for me to be sharing it as well, just so you know. So I want to let anybody know that is participating, just giving you a heads up as well. So we're going to take Saturday off, and we're going to go into Sunday is called Freedom. So we're really going to be working on just like opening up our energy just a tiny bit more. So we'll be kind of almost having like a closing ceremony. To me, what's coming up right now is almost like a just maybe experiencing more creativity. So if you're a person who might have some creative blocks, etc., we can go deeper into that. I'm going to pull up a couple cards for that, for freedom energy. And so what comes up is temperance. So temperance is all about balance and having positive exchanges with other people. So it might be that we're going to be working a bit more on some breathing techniques, things like that. If people liked the EFT, we might add some of that in, so we'll kind of just see what people were responding 2, and then 9 of Pentacles says comfort. So again, the manifesting might be something that people want to work on, is how to attract more finances into their life, etc. So we might do some like theta healing as well to get people kind of like learning and vibrating how to get more out of their current relationships or life, whatever kind of comes through. But let's do a couple downloads around that. So would you like to know what it looks like and feels like to have all the things that you want in your life that you said that you wanted during this? And if so, say yes. Would you like to know what encouragement feels like and looks like in your body, so you can start feeling encouraged and also be able to pass that energy along to other people in positive ways? And if so, say yes. Okay. And then what's coming up is like there's someone who really that's watching this or is going to be watching this, and they feel really trapped. And so we did that with the EFT. The word trapped kept coming up. And so when you feel trapped, this might mean like, again, you don't have freedom because you're like, I can't do this or I can't do that. So I am statements are really powerful. So I'm being called into doing a couple I am statements. So if you want to follow with me, we're going to just take a deep breath in. And then we're going to pick the opposite of I am trapped. So it's going to be like I am safe. And breathe and affirm that. I feel like hitting my symbol. Just to affirm. How about I am open? I believe in the power of healing. I am calm and confident. And I am drama-free. Boom. And how about I am successful? And I am abundant. So that gives you an idea of what we're going to be doing. Again, you guys are going to be the one running the ship. I'm also being called into getting people to, I mean, this is something I would, if you were actually in the group, when I'm called into something, I'm just going to do it. But because I'm just showing you guys, I'm not gonna do it right now. Actually, maybe I will. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try some nostril breathing, okay? So we're gonna take our thumb and breathe in through your nostril. Hold your breath. Take your middle finger, the opposite side. Let go and breathe out the other nostril. Breathing in through that nostril. Holding your breath. Taking the thumb. Letting it out. Breathing in through the nostril. Holding it. Letting it out. And if you want to continue that, just keep continuing that. This is great for balance, right and left side of the brain. As we're just talking about creativity, I do feel like it's important that we're able to be super intuitive, creative, and open, and just be able to like react in powerful and healing ways, but also, you know, be able to like motivate ourselves and stay disciplined and still have that strong logical side so we can be productive and get to our next step. So again, getting clarity on things will be a big part of it, cleansing. And again, maybe just for some people, organizing some of their mindset plans or problems, etc. Okay, so let's integrate all of that energy. This is what we do with theta healing, and give you a general healing. And if so, say yes. And there's still someone watching that's saying like, I can't. So just maybe like rewatch this video, receive some of these healings. But when you go to do the positive affirmations, the I am, feel that in for yourself based on how you're feeling, and just repeat. I also have a YouTube channel where you can get some healings and clearings from stuff that I have on there. tons of info. Really make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves and staying grounded. Again, even just with the sound healing and the meditations, that should at least be helpful for people that are struggling right now, okay? Thanks so much for watching. Again, you can share this out with a friend or somebody you think might get some pleasure out of just the video, or someone who wants to join us. I'm so excited. And I'll be working more on my Reiki certification program as well, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait. Take care.